Today on Delta Safari, we're at Delta River Marina on the banks of Dead Lake to see what adventure awaits. I'm Stu Donald. Let's head for the Delta. Hey Delta, what is an oxbow lake?
Sugar Britches and Oxbow Lake is a curved lake formed at a former oxbow where the main stream of the river has cut across the narrow end and no longer flows around the loop of the bend.
Are you looking for a perfect spot for fishing, boating, and camping all in one location? The 25-acre River Delta Marina and Campground, located in North Mobile County, could be your new happy place. You will be surrounded by the great outdoors and experience a unique ecosystem. River Delta Marina and Campground offers a day-use park, RV campsites, john and paddle boat rentals, boat slips, supply store, in-ground swimming pool, and on-site fishing in 2 stocked ponds, as well as the Mobile River and Dead Lake. For local and visiting anglers, prepare to reel in bass, bluegill, crappie, catfish, and striped bass in the nearby upper delta, while flounder, speckled trout, white trout, redfish, drum, and sheepshead are sought-after catches in the saltier lower delta, including Mobile Bay to the south. One of the things that I really like about this location is this fantastic fish cleaning station. I mean, as soon as you come off the water, roll right on over here with your catch. You got cover over your head in case it's raining, water to wash everything off with, even lights in case you come in right as the sun's going down. It's really nice amenity here, and really the only thing you have to do to be able to use it is just leave it as clean as you found it. The River Delta Nature Walk is a roughly 1 mile out and back elevated boardwalk that provides visitors with a safe vantage point from which to experience the Delta firsthand. Out of the reach of alligators, you can saunter along the banks of Dead Lake to view a wild setting that is mostly unchanged for thousands of years. Although the evidence of civilization is unmistakable, it is also nothing new to the Delta. Evidence of human habitation in the Delta dates back some 5,000 years. The area supplied these early inhabitants with abundant fish, shellfish, game animals, plant material, and clay and mineral resources. The Delta is also home to many of the stops on the Alabama Coastal Birding Trail. As mankind has learned more about the effects our presence has had on the natural world, it's imperative that we learn to manage these resources as opposed to exploiting them. Put it this way, which would you rather have? $100 now or $10 a month for the rest of your life? It's that simple. Creole, Alabama is a city on the move. Over the past few years, their population has been on the rise. Despite the increasing growth, Creole has been able to maintain the ambiance of a small town where people are friendly and caring, and newcomers soon become good friends. Creole is located in Mobile County, Alabama, just off I-65. They are 19 miles north of Mobile, 50 miles west of Pensacola, Florida, and 150 miles south of Montgomery. Creole was established in 1978 on 19.5 square miles along the Mobile River Delta. Today it boasts a population of just over 2,000. Spanish forces first traveled the Delta in the mid-16th century, and in 1558, Spanish explorer Guido de la Bazares recorded visiting the high red bluffs of the eastern shore of Mobile Bay. In 1702, a French expedition led by Pierre Le Moyne d'Iberville established Fort Louis de la Louisiane and the initial settlement called Mobile, now known as 27 Mile Bluff. They stayed with the Mobilian Indians, who provided food and other vital assistance. The fort and town were upstream from present-day Mobile in an area of the wetlands that often flooded. So, in 1711, d'Iberville's brother, Jean-Baptiste Le Moyne de Bienville, oversaw the relocation of the town downriver to its present site. Invasive plant species can be defined as any plant that is both non-native and able to establish on many sites, grow quickly, and spread to the point of disrupting native plant communities or ecosystems. Look no further than kudzu. Commonly identified with the South, kudzu is not a native plant species to North America. Kudzu is actually native to Japan and Southeast Asia. The Great Kudzu Invasion all started out with a mistake. It has been swallowing the country from an epicenter in the South at the rate of about 50,000 baseball fields per year, occupying an estimated 3 million hectares today. Kudzu can grow up to 60 feet per season, or about 1 foot per day. Fortunately, we have discovered that goats love to eat kudzu. Humans can eat it as well. The leaves, vine tips, flowers, and roots are edible. The vines are not. The leaves can be used like spinach and eaten raw, chopped up and baked into quiches, cooked like collards or deep fried. The young kudzu shoots are tender and taste similar to snow peas. Kudzu is extremely bad for the ecosystems that it invades because it smothers out plants and trees under a blanket of leaves, hogging all the sunlight and keeping other species in its shade. Additional boating amenities include covered and uncovered boat slip rentals, monthly rentals only, and overnight boat docking for vessels under 40 feet in length. A convenient marina store has limited bait, tackle, grocery items, and supplies for purchase. The park, acquired by the Mobile County Commission with $1 million in Coastal Impact Grant funds in early 2011, was extensively upgraded in December of that year. I seem to recall that my very first time fishing this delta, it was at Dead Lake. My father used to fish the delta primarily with his first partner and mentor at the sheriff's department. He quit fishing, I believe, after his mentor went out fishing by himself one Christmas Day, had a heart attack, fell over and drowned. And I think it was hard for my dad to go back there. It just always made him think of his friend. But about the time I really started getting into fishing, he seemed to understand that I really need to experience the wonders of this delta. So he took my mom and I fishing at Dead Lake here one time, and it rekindled his love of the delta. It wasn't long after that we were buying ourselves a fishing camp at a place called Cliff's Landing over on the Tensaw River. I got a lot of good memories of that camp. For large groups, including family reunions, class reunions, graduation parties, church groups, and other social gatherings, the park has a welcome center and pavilion to accommodate groups. The large pavilion can accommodate up to 100 people and rents for $85 a day. The air-conditioned welcome center also rents for $85 a day without kitchen access and seats up to 40 people. Additionally, you can rent the welcome center with kitchen access for $150 a day. The campground features 60 full hookup RV campsites and cabin rentals. I believe the name Dead Lake is a lot less sinister than it sounds. I think it actually refers to this being an oxbow lake. And this is the old river course. You know, it changes a lot. I think that it just simply means that this is a dead course for the river. Not that anything nefarious happened here. Back in the day, before the county took over and this marina was privately owned, it was known as Dead Lake Marina. Most locals still refer to it as Dead Lake Marina. I remember my dad used to come out here whenever he was craving catfish. Because the old fellow that ran the general store back then would sell river cats, and he caught on trot lines and jugs. Most people that have eaten catfish have eaten farm-raised catfish. It doesn't come close to the flavor of a wild-caught river cat. And it's just like grass-fed cattle. I enjoy the flavor of the fish a lot more when it is eating what it is supposed to eat, as opposed to some glorified Alpo. I've just always loved the simplicity of a brim pole and a can of worms. You know, it is the most fundamental, simplistic, primitive form of fishing. And I just love it. Don't get me wrong. I love to chunk a frog or a spinnerbait or bounce a jig off the bottom of a lake. But I don't know. There's just something so primal. I guess it just takes me back to when I was younger, when I was a kid growing up and learning how to fish. And you know what? It usually works. And I thought the point of getting on the water was to catch fish. So you will see me do a lot of this, especially this style, floating through the bayous and canals and stuff in the Delta. It's a method we call drop fishing, where you just, very simple. You float along and drop your bait where you think you might catch something. You can expect to see me doing a future episode or 2 or 30 from Delta Lake Marina. I really want to stay in the cabins there. I mean, that's a perfect vacation. A one-room cabin. Old Luke and I hang out here for a week, wake up whenever we want, go fishing, come back, take a nap, wake up and go fishing again. The campground is conveniently located in Creole, Alabama, off of I-65, and provides easy access to the Tensaw and Mobile rivers and other small waterways that flow southward towards the Gulf Coast. The Mobile Tensaw Delta, the largest of its kind in Alabama, is the second largest delta system in the United States. River Delta Marina and Campground is located at 2350 Dead Lake Road, Creole, Alabama. The park is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until dusk.
Are y'all still here? Click like and subscribe on your way out, would you? Thank you.